Hi, dear learners. Hopefully, all of you will be fine. So, we are going to discuss about past and past tense now, and all types of past tense. They will be discussed in detail. So, first of all, let's we have an overview of the learning outcome. Like, what would be the learning outcome of this lecture? So, at the end, you all learners would identify and distinguish between the four main types of past tense, and you people would understand the structure and usage of each tense. Each past tense and their forms of verb that are used there. And further, like past tense verbs accurately in both written and spoken context, that's the focus of this learning. So we discuss first of all what's past tense. Like, it describes actions or events that happened in the past, and the types of past tense: simple past tense or past indefinite tense, two names of the same type, and past continuous tense and past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. So, first of all, we discuss simple past tense and structure of sentence: subject plus past verb. That's the second form of verb, and then object. So, she ate food, she did not eat food, and did she eat food? That's the example of simple past tense. Like all three types of sentences, that's like affirmative or positive sentence. She ate food, second form of verb is there, and she did not eat food. In negative, we use did plus first form of verb, and negative marker not is used in addition. So in interactive, did is placed in the beginning. Did she eat food? And then we use first form of verb. So we talk about now what's the use of simple past tense or past indefinite tense. So the completed actions in the past, it's used for them. The action those are completed. So examples: I visited Paris last year. She watched the movie last night. So last year action was completed. So visited second form was used. So she watched the movie last night. So time adverbial last is used here. So she watched the movie, second form watched is used. And here it's worthy to mention we use regular verbs when we add d or ed at the end of those verbs, and we use irregular verbs. We also use irregular verbs when we add when we make them in unique ways, like go, went, gone, take, took, taken. So in this way, verbs they make their second and third form through regular and irregular ways. Further, we talk about past continuous tense. So, structure of a sentence is subject plus helping verb, was verb, first form of verb plus ing, and then object. Here again, subject and object, they're part of sentence, not tense. So, tense is underlined here in was verb plus first form of verb plus ing. That's a present participle. So, here we discuss through examples. John was driving a car. John was not driving a car. Was John driving a car? So that's simply was driving is past continuous. So in negative, we use a negative marker not between was and main verb. That's the first form of verb plus ing. And in interactive, we place was in the beginning and then subject and then first form of verb plus ing. So that's the structure of positive sentence, negative sentence, and interactive sentence. Like, we have to follow the exact structure. Now we talk about use. So it's used in ongoing actions at a specific time in the past. Examples: I was studying at 8 p.m. They were playing football yesterday evening. So they were walking in the garden. The baby was sleeping. So here, they are bold or underlined. These are like underlined verbs. They refer to past continuous, and uh, specific situation they highlight, like if something happened in the past, like actions they were in the past and they were continued at specific time. So we move towards the past perfect tense now. So structure of sentence is subject plus had plus past participle plus like past participle means third form of verb plus object. So it's essential to discuss here. Okay, past perfect, it's used before another action in the past. That's why we have used it in two classes. Ali had moved to market. That's had moved is past perfect, had plus third form. Uh, when I reached his home. When I reached his home, Ali was like he had moved to market. So John had slept before I made him a call. So John had slept before I made him a call. So John had slept. Action was completed before my making him call. So the boys had played cricket before the dark prevailed. So before the dark prevailed, the boy had played cricket. So this action, this past perfect, is used before another action in the past. That's why we have used in two clauses. In all these clauses, after conjunction, before we use second form. So this action was completed later. That's why we use the action that completed first. It was in the past perfect. Further, where it's used in action as we discussed before, another action in the past. So that's the use of past perfect tense. So same examples are using same context. Different examples are there now. She had left before I arrived. They had finished dinner when we called. So the patient had died before the doctor came. The train had left before we reached the station. Further, final type, that's past perfect continuous tense. So structure of sentence is subject plus had been plus first form of verb plus ing plus subject since for plus time period. So he had been playing football for 2 hours. He had not been playing football for 2 hours. Had he been playing football for 2 hours? So here, we'll talk about what's the use of past perfect continuous tense. So it's used in ongoing action that started in the past and continued up to another point in the past. Simply, like the action started in the past, they continued and ended at a specific time. Examples. He had been working for 3 hours before he took a break. So I had been living in that house since 2005. So further time expressions for past tense. For simple past tense, we use yesterday, last year, in 2001, 2 days ago. And then for past continuous, while, when, or at 7 p.m. So for past perfect, before, after, already, by the time. So for past perfect continuous, for and since. So this summary or this table of tenses, it would help you like all four types. Now they will be discussed in this table now. So understand it first in horizontal order, tense, structure, example, use. And now in vertical order, simple past tense, past continuous, past perfect continuous tense. Now understand now in horizontal order, simple past tense uses second form of verb. Example, I ate food, so finished action or completed action. So past continuous, we use was verb plus v1 plus ing. I was eating food, so ongoing past action. So past perfect tense had plus third form of verb, and I had eaten food before the meeting started. So had eaten is refers to past perfect as the action completed before another action in the past. That's the meeting started later, and I had eaten food before the meeting started. So action before another past action. Hopefully, you people would have understood it now as the table had been made simply. Past perfect continuous tense now. Had been plus V1 plus ing plus since for like time period is also used here. I had been eating food for 2 hours. So duration before something in the past, like the action started and continued in the past and it ended as well. So what skills you people would get after learning these four types of past tense? So we can tell stories clearly and helps narrates event in the order they happened, like exact order of the events. So she went to the store and bought some fruit and make timeline easy to understand. Here, like it shows that an action is completed. For example, I finished my homework last night, and it's widely used in the writing, essential for storytelling, biographies, reports, and history. Like as the example indicates, the king ruled for 30 years. So thank you to all of you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so that you people can watch further tutorial. So thanks to all of you once again. Take care of yourself. See you in the new lecture.